This conference will now be recorded.
All right, begin with flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, welcome everybody to Payday Meeting, July 31st. Begin with a public forum. No one's in the room. I don't see anyone online. So, agenda approval. Any additions or changes?
Just a note, we put Brad on here just as a normal thing, but I
Yes.
don't know that he'll be here
I
because
doubt
it's
it.
a morning meeting. I haven't heard anything.
Right. All right, we'll move into administrative.
Okay. We have sales tax,
Looks good.
yeah. The amount of $95,570.20. And then we do, is it okay to do payday?
Yep.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so we do have invoices from Elcon and Western.
Any questions on the invoices for Elcon?
Make a motion to approve the Elcon invoice 151285.
Okay, motion from Commissioner Becker, is there a second?
I'll second
Second, Commissioner Crowfoot. Questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Abstain.
Motion carried 4 in favor, 1 abstain.
Okay.
And I'll make a motion to approve Western Associates 1769.97.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Goering to approve Western Associates. Is there a second? Second, Commissioner
Are
Dahlke.
those koozies for the Bluegrass Festival?
I think all of it was for Bluegrass as far as I could pick up.
That's what the
Yeah.
note said.
it. They're selling t-shirts too.
Any questions?
Wristbands.
Okay, if not, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay.
I abstain.
4 in favor, 1 abstain.
Okay, and then we have the grand total payday of $1,847,753.74.
Some big items there.
Looked like the,
I got a couple questions,
Okay,
like always.
that's good.
that's good.
That's what we want.
Page 8, I believe.
Okay. The land
No,
bank,
that's not it. It's under park.
okay, so you had something under park?
Yeah, it
Is
was
that what you
something in the
said?
park, so where's
Okay.
that?
That would be on page 18.
Oh, maybe that was, yeah, 18. I wrote it down, I just couldn't see it. Okay. Get there.
Of the actual report.
Oh, sorry.
So on the packet, it's,
Let's
It's
see.
in the upper right-hand corner.
Page 18 on the packet.
No, on the upper right-hand corner of the.
What did we buy from Can Equip? Park steering, is that a meter?
It's gotta be geared. Part of the tractor, I think.
3,769.
Gotta be tractor parts.
It's a
Well,
what?
I just think it's tractor parts because it's can equip.
Well, it's Can Equip, but it just says,
Yeah, park,
And, you know,
park steering motor.
okay, so that's not something we need to bid
Those are
on.
probably a power pump or power steering pump first.
That explains it. I thought maybe it's something that we should have been bidding on. And then on page 22,
here's the invoice if you want to look at it.
well, if it's just a part, then that
It
explains.
is, yep.
MTR was throwing them off. What, is it motor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Steering motor.
Page 22 under road and bridge, isn't power plant, isn't that, that's a billing, isn't that some type of a billing company? But it says for labor, road and bridge labor. So I don't know if something just got coded wrong, but I think power plant is some kind of billing deal.
power plan is the billing for Murphy Tractor. Go through there, but we have a service invoice, you can look at it.
So it's probably parts and labor.
Parts and labor, just we divide it out by their account line items.
Okay.
So, this was for, well, several things here. Trying to see if it says what piece of equipment it is.
You got one.
It's a heck of a bill if it's only on one piece of.
You got another one, you got $15.
Yeah, there's more than that. Just trying to, John Deere 310 SG,
That one, the tractor?
piston, hydraulic, snap ring.
Grader.
Yeah.
John Deere, it had to be one of the tractors, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't think we had any graders in John.
No, we don't have.
Yeah, and then there's another, this is a John Deere 762B for the other repair here.
Let's get to the point where we're paying for repairs, what we paid for to begin with. I guess you call that inflation, right?
Anyway, here's the invoices if you wanna look at them.
That's fine.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I thought, well, it's probably gotta be some parts or something involved with that.
Yeah, parts and labor.
And I don't know what shop rates are doing, but
Well, this is, says hydraulic, piston, and then pinion shaft brake. Oh,
That's the other one's 15,000 for pinion
Mhm.
shaft brakes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
any other questions?
kinda makes you, well, this, we can talk about that later. Almost makes, starting to make leasing sound good.
On tractors, especially with the program that they have.
Any other questions? Not as a motion to approve.
The only other thing that I have is this month we spent 202,000 on, or 200 and some thousand for the transfer station. Time it's all lease payment, all of that. The tipping fee was 45,000. Tina, that's part of my lax deal, but I'd like to see what our tipping fees, just tipping fees alone, nothing else, for that transfer station's done in the last 4 years. Just, when you get time.
Looky there, she got it, she was ahead of me.
I might have heard you say something earlier. We only paid, last month we only paid a few $100s, so I think we have multiple invoices on this month. But I've got the year-to-date there. Do you see last month how small it was?
Yes, yeah, 2 months, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I will tell the public here.
I know, it used to be, we were paying about 15,000
I
a month.
asked about that last month, and that's the invoice that we had.
Yeah.
So they're a little funny with their billing sometimes. But I gave you, I think, all the way back to 2018.
Okay.
So you can see the totals per year. I didn't compile it onto a spreadsheet or anything.
It shook me up a little bit when I saw 46,000, but the average should run somewhere between 18 and 25 or 26,000. It can fluctuate, depends on how much
Right.
trash we go. But thank you very much for this, I appreciate
You're welcome.
this.
Is that the last payment for the skid steer? I should know that. We just did the blade.
It's all runs together.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I don't know the answer. I can look it
Yeah.
up.
Okay, it's not 50.
Yeah.
It doesn't
In
change.
in the ballpark.
Yeah, that's good, but this 45,000, it didn't add up, because we was going broke real fast if that was one month.
Yeah, that's not 1 month.
Okay, thank you. And anybody else care to look through?
No,
Okay.
I think when we have a department that has, all of a sudden has a repair bill or a purchase of 40,000 or more, they need to give us
Heads up.
an option of purchasing or leasing it. I mean, we just put a $45,000 gurney in ambulance. That just blows me away. I know we need to have it, but wow.
But you need to
wasn't that part of the
That's part
total
of
that
it.
you had approved
Yeah.
for the?
Right.
We approved it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, other questions? Now, is there a motion to approve?
Yes. Motion, so moved.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Garing, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second, Commissioner Crowfoot, other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. We got a 5-0 vote.
Okay. So we'll let you sign the paperwork over
I
there.
get to say that now, so we can find you.
Till she makes you move desks.
Oh, then I'm lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Glad I don't have to get approvals of my equipment repair.
Just warning you that the computer might make noise, so
Go.
watch out, just in case.
Oh,
Make sure you do it when he's handing the boards over to me, so that
Yeah,
way throws them at me.
throw. All right, we got payday. What's next?
Okay. I have the minutes of July 24th.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Garing to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Galkey. Questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
Thank you. We do have some change orders and supplements.
Say why.
Just for, yeah.
Supplements.
yeah. All by yourself.
Three more.
That's all that.
Guess they're going back on the tax roll.
Other two.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
There's one for Steve Hudson, who you appointed as the interim Road and Bridge Department Director, and that reflects a 10% increase according to our policy.
Perfect.
And that was backdated to when he took over, right?
Yes. Yeah, salary change for Steve Hudson, interim pay as Road and Bridge Department interim director, not full-time director, interim director. Salary change is 10% increase per policy, $48.79 per month to $5,367, effective July 5th. Road and Bridge Department, Victoria James, additional duties until second Road and Bridge Administrative Specialist position filled from 3,122 to 3,168, effective 7/24.
We did that effective the day you took the action, and there was nothing stating the motion to do that further back, so let us know if you want to change that.
I guess there's no better time than to ask, but I see a land bank exemption termination here for Elcon Properties. Was that property that was bought from the land bank?
Yeah. Yeah, 3 lots across the street.
No, cool.
I actually was a part of that one and at the city council to get that. So I do know something about it. A lot of the stuff I don't.
Green folder.
Yeah. So on the table, you should have all had a memo from the county treasurer about the tax sale, just an update, so, just letting you know. And she'll be on the agenda next Monday for a financial report.
Any questions? All right, we'll look forward to next week.
Okay, and then I have, in your packet, you had the agreement for the High Risk Rural Road project at Indigo and 130th.
And that was previously approved.
Right, so this is just a formal agreement between KDOT and the county. So I think a motion to accept the agreement and within the signatures.
Okay, we previously approved the agreement, but let's have a motion to accept the agreement and sign the contract.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Garing, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second, Commissioner Crowfoot, discussion, questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-1.
Yes, I think you have to sign on that page too.
The LPA.
Yeah, LPA. They didn't really tell us where to sign, so if there is another place, I'll bring it back to you, but like, that was the only one for us.
Okay, all commissioners need to sign first. Second.
Yeah, just, yeah. There's only one signature on that. I think that's for the contractor. It doesn't have anything for LPA or county that I could see, and I looked back on the previous one. But like I said, they may want something different.
It does, bring it back.
Let's approve this thing. All right.
The project is approved.
Yeah,
Or,
the contract's approved.
if I got that in your packet, we have pay estimate number 3 for Kansas.
Oops, sticky up. Oh, we got two of them.
Nope, just the top one.
Okay.
Just the top.
Send it back, nothing can decipher now.
Tina will tell us if it's right.
We just seen 2 tabs, huh?
Okay. Okay, we have pay estimate number 3 for the Kansas project in the amount of $974,289.24. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion
Second.
by Commissioner Garing, second by Commissioner Becker. Questions or discussion?
Drove the south side of it, it's pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
And striping, but they're not. It's flat.
Hope you're driving it 25 years from now, saying the same thing.
I hope so. But that, I'm gonna expect it to last 30, you know, and that's concrete.
I knew that would be that. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
I mean, there'll be some buckles, I mean, you got the ground heat, but
Just wanted to let you know, we had a workers' comp inspection, overall went pretty well. They do want us to install a couple of GFCI outlets near water fountains. Apparently, we haven't done that. So that was an issue here at the courthouse. And I want to let you know, I've had a request to look into a water fountain that you can use, like an updated one, to fill water bottles and things like that. So I'm getting pricing on what it would be to replace our water fountains that are really old and work about half the time with a new one that you can use to fill a water bottle and et cetera. So that's
Can't
kind
go to
of,
the kitchen?
what's that?
They can't go to the kitchen?
Well, generally the public doesn't go to the kitchen, yeah.
but their filtration system on the water fountains are a little better too.
Yeah.
I've seen them in a lot of other
The
courthouses.
schools and everything.
We had a couple requests for that, so I just was getting pricing, but anyway, we'll have to fix the outlet regardless, so we'll work on that, and then you can look at these. The only other thing was at the ambulance station, there was an overhead area that had a couple things stored up there, and there was no weight limit marked on that, so they want that marked. So, anyway, everything else was good, so I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, and we'll get those repairs done. So.
Right, so what is this? Is it something specific about just the outlet shorting out or something on it?
No, the
It's
GFCIs
near
are
water.
just, it trips it out at 0.03 milliamps instead of stopping power.
They have to find something.
I'm gonna put a roll out,
Right.
put a hose on it.
So that, a very good report.
Yeah.
See, then when you get the bottle, it'll see it's bottle.
Okay,
Splash water out of it.
we do have area fuel bids. It looks like there might have just been one bid. So.
Why else didn't bid?
I guess it makes it easy. Go with MFA oil, motion to approve.
Second?
Motion by Commissioner Garing, second by Commissioner Becker, to accept the bid for area fuel bids for area 1, 2, and 3 from MFA Oil. Total amount is $17,557. Questions or discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay.
Jane, did you get a copy?
Yes, I
I got
got
3
that.
minutes.
Motion carried 5-0.
I want to make sure.
Do you have the utility? Oh, there's not a permit number on here. I don't know what the number should be.
We approve
You can
the kitchen.
approve it without the number, just who it is for and where.
Okay. Just one.
Yes.
Okay, we have a road crossing permit for Next Tech, 109 North Christian Avenue. Oh, that's the address. The address of the road crossing is 180th to 150th, Meridian to Alamo Road. And I would move to approve the permit, and we will add the number when it becomes available.
3 miles line there.
3 miles of line, yes.
Okay.
180th to 150th, and Meridian to Alamo.
So we're on the county line.
Yeah, since we don't have a man in charge person, you know, I don't like to hope we get some sort of inspection with that. I mean, if there's some, we've seen them laying right in the bottom of the ditch sometimes where water flows, and then they put their box down in there, and then later on, we're trying to clean a ditch out or something like that, you know. So that's what these permits are for, is we just need, that way we know, so hopefully we get some, yeah. Just so that, what I'm saying though, out in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it pretty shallow in some places, and it's like, you know,
Yeah,
then your grader can't go actually do his job because
yeah,
he's afraid he's gonna hit utilities.
yeah.
So is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Galkey. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
Signature page.
Usually the back.
Sorry. It's only gonna pass this one.
And we'll add that permit number when it becomes available. Next.
We have the administrative questionnaire. And I don't know if you want to try to answer those questions now or later, but that does need to be done today, just certain questions that they want answered, including who their contact person should be, and some other things. So.
I printed it off and then I forgot it.
Okay.
Rush.
I kept thinking we were gonna have one-on-one, so I kept.
Well, we are
Yeah,
next
so-
week, but
This
there's
is
certain
very good.
questions he wants answered ahead of time so that you can review them.
Number one is contact person. I would suggest Tina. Would that be appropriate, or would you prefer to be a commissioner?
It's up to you all, whatever
Would the
you
commission
prefer.
prefer Tina or Commission Chairman?
It's easier for them to reach Tina
I agree.
at certain times.
But
I agree.
her plate is usually full, so we try to make sure we don't put.
Put Jerry down then. Right beside each other.
What, it's just for,
I'm going to defer
Is
to
it-
Tina. Is
is
it
it
more
for-
for administrative type, or is it for specific?
is it gathering, or is it just FYI, hey, these are the
Scheduling?
dates? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
You have as much information as
No.
I do. If you want to put me as the contact person, I'm fine with that, unless you want to put one of yourselves as the
Well,
contact
we can always
person. A
change it
designate.
later if it becomes too much.
I think for scheduling, and I'm going to guess that's going to be the primary, it'd be easier if we went through the county clerk.
Okay,
Is it agreeable, consensus, county clerk as point of contact?
okay.
Number two, list of the governing body or selection committee.
So they had a sheet that they sent, but I couldn't get it to print out. Who do you want to, have you given any consideration of who you want to be on the selection committee? That's what they want.
So my first thought, obviously the commission, my thought would be at least one elected official and one department head. And what are your thoughts?
Do you mean an elected department head or an
Yeah.
elected,
No,
some other elected official?
No, elected official and then a department head.
Do you want someone from outside the county?
That's what I was
Like a-
asking.
Like a city administrator?
That would be good. I'm trying to start the pool.
Right.
And then.
So what you're saying though, I'm still
Yes.
clarifying.
Yes.
You're looking for an elected official department head, county
Yes.
department head, and an appointed department.
Yes,
head.
thank you.
Gotcha.
Yes. Then I'm asking the commission if they agree with that. But I think it's important we have an elected.
Elected official and one appointed.
I'm just trying to
And one, do
feel out the appointed.
Yeah,
I'm
not
trying
quite.
why,
you want more than one outside person?
Well, we'll get to that after we get our inside through.
I can agree with the elected, because they're gonna have to blend and mesh.
Right.
And, because they're, one isn't over the other.
Right.
And, but the appointed, I'm not so sure,
Okay.
because they're gonna be, whoever gets selected is supposed to be over the appointed, not over the elected, over the appointed, so I just
Well,
feel on
I'm
that.
trying
What
to
if you
get
had the department heads select a representative to,
Okay.
I mean,
That would be fair.
we have, at times, the board has allowed like, a current person that would eventually be under the department head that's chosen to be on the committee. And that's just a suggestion.
Mhm.
If you do move forward with an appointed department head on the committee, let the department heads pick who it is, maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be
Oh, that'd
the
be
most
good.
fair,
Yes, I agree.
let the peers pick somebody from the
Right.
home group.
I think sometimes buy-in is better if you do have somebody that, they're gonna have to have cooperation and collaboration also, even though that person will be a superior.
Yeah, and just, all the other situations have been an interim, you know, so somebody that's in the position doesn't really wanna be in the position, so they're not.
I'm coming back to Tina's point, we want.
Well, either way, I think if you do go that direction, maybe that would be a way to facilitate it. So
Right,
that's
selected
still-
by the group.
I agree.
Is that agreeable?
So the whole commission plus,
So we got 5 commission members, 1 elected department head.
Are you gonna go ahead and choose that person now? Because I need to provide the information.
I have my
Or
preference.
do you wanna, I mean, obviously you'd wanna talk to the person, but.
Right.
I just say everybody right here, even, and then
Will
Brad can
will
make it.
you accept that?
As the elected department
Yes.
head? I mean, I would, yeah. If,
Yes.
that's up to you all,
Well,
though.
that's-
I don't,
No,
I
I mean,
won't.
it only makes sense
In-
because you
in-
deal with a lot of those issues
in
and you
county-
need to be involved.
In county government, the best melding between an administrator and the elected is the clerk.
Clerk.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I've seen in other counties where they step on each other's toes, certain things bad happen, you gotta make sure that meshes well right there.
Okay, so we got consensus, commission and the clerk.
What if she's a participant? or running for
Oh, an
position?
applicant.
Applicant.
We should have to bow out then.
Yeah, well, then,
We'll find a
well,
replacement.
we all know how to abstain in here, so.
Okay, so we've got 6 members. Do you want to include an appointed, an appointed department head or not? Selected by the appointed departments.
You'd have to wait till the next meeting
Right.
to elect one.
But you just fill in the blank that there
Yeah.
will. Is that agreeable?
I'm good with it.
Okay, so we've got up to 7. Now let's open the pool a little more to the outside. You'd mentioned a city
Yeah, I think
administrator,
we need
city
to have
mayor.
I think we need to have a city administrator, and I'd recommend Matt from Hillsborough because he has the most experience of the administrators in this county. So that'd be my recommendation.
Should we include both for kind of coming back to the point of buy-in?
I don't know the other administrators, so
I don't
I'd
either.
get behind that.
I don't know
for sure.
I can't judge because I don't know it.
He's brand new on the job. Nobody knows him.
So by adding that, we'd be at 8.
Yeah, we need to make sure we got odd, right?
Well,
I mean, it's ultimately gonna come down to us, right? It's their advisory,
Right.
okay.
They're not gonna vote on the actual hiring, they
Right.
vote on recommending
Right.
people. Do we need any more than that?
Commissioner Dalkey, I haven't heard your input.
I'm holding off.
Okay, that's fine. I want to make sure you have
I
a chance
think
to.
we're getting to the max number when you say that. I think
Well,
that's-
since we only got 2 administrators in the county,
Yeah.
might want to include both of them.
Yeah, I would, just not be rubbing somebody the wrong way.
Right, correct.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, however 9.
Yeah, and they are just, they're just advisories, and that's what they are.
Right,
you know.
and provide questions.
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm gonna throw out one more. Dickinson County Administrators offered to sit in.
Yeah, that's
be
right.
involved.
I would take that advice any day.
Sure.
Any day.
Oh, are you taking,
course, he's
are
new
you talking
too.
past?
Janelle, the current
the new one.
administrator.
She's only had a year, less than a year.
But
Yeah, she was
She had
there
prior.
underneath Brad.
I just,
Yeah, I'm game for that.
it was an offer, just to ask questions.
Need all the help we can get, I think.
Well, we wanna
Since
make
it's
sure-
an advisory thing, I don't have any issue.
We wanna make sure we get the right, it's gotta be the right person. I've said that over and over and over.
Correct me if I'm wrong, the way I heard it up there, that she was already on board as another employee before she.
Right,
got to
she
this
was the chief
position,
financial
correct?
officer.
Financial officer.
Yeah.
So she's got an extensive
Oh, yeah.
background
Yeah,
of county business and things, so, you know, I'm not opposed to it in any way, because I've heard of her background up there when we were sitting up there and talking there, so.
When it comes up to voting, there's gonna be 5 votes to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So to
I just wanna
comfortable-
clarify that.
Yeah,
So do you want, if you put her on, do you
Yes.
still wanna keep up the city admins on?
yes. So that gets us total.
We have the people get the vote.
Well, and there's, of all the counties we work with, we work with Dickinson County a little
Yes.
bit, and county, Morris County. We used to work with them a little bit, but we haven't lately.
You mentioned Brad, do you want Brad or not Brad?
He's never here. I hate to say that.
So, you've got a group of 10
Yeah,
here,
we've
is
got
that what you
10.
wanna?
Thank you.
Well, if the 5 are just advisory, then I'm not so concerned about it, because there's 5 voting.
Right.
So that's an odd number that breaks a tie, even though we're supposed to have a supermajority on our decision.
Well, it doesn't matter if on an advisory basis, if we have a tie, we're gonna have to make a determination.
Yeah, it still comes down to a five.
It might be okay to invite him, to invite Brad, just for,
Earlier.
he'll have to tell us if he can't make it.
I saw a couple of those earlier.
Like you said, it's all advisory. We can listen to, I'd like to listen to all the advisory committee that we asked to come,
Okay.
let each one of them give us their feelings after we get that interview.
Okay.
And then it comes down here.
Okay. Then,
I mean, it comes down, that's fine.
all right, then we do include our counselor, and that would be 11.
Yeah, I don't hate throwing more ideas out. Because we deal with fire departments a lot too, but they're not directly.
They're not
employed.
correct. Okay.
So do you put it?
Yeah.
And you may not get all of them able to attend when we have a meeting, too.
Well, I just, yeah.
Okay, so the next one is 8. Okay, you got 8. The rest of them pretty much. Yeah, the rest of them.
The rest of them, I think I can provide the
Okay.
information. You
All right.
know, it's basically what services the county offers and,
There's one right now that, in this, the questionnaire down here, what is the county's annual budget, or what's, after reviewing the salary analysis, please indicate the salary range for this position.
right, so that's later, he's not asking for that right now,
Oh, that's not a part of this?
no. There were certain ones they wanted answered, and those are the ones, so, they wanted the first one, which is the contact person, second one, the list of the governing body and selection committee. And then they wanted, number 8, which services does the county provide, which I can,
Yeah.
give to them. Number 9, do they have any resolutions, codes, or personnel policies? So I'll provide that, because you do have a resolution, and we do have a personnel manual, even though it's not the final one. Like, I know we're working on a new one. Does your county have a job description? And I'm gonna just say that we don't beyond the resolution, you know. The annual budget, I will provide that information. They did not ask for 12 right now. I think that's a later step after they're gonna do a salary analysis probably and provide that to you. And then 13, how many full-time equivalent employees or full-time employees do we have? I'll provide that. The county logo, we don't really have a county logo, so a lot of times we'll use like the clock tower image from the website or something like that. Is that okay with all of you? I think what they are wanting it for is for the marketing packet that they will be used to select candidates. Digital copies of any promotional photos. I don't know that we have a whole
Again,
lot
that'd
of
be for the
that.
promotional thing.
Yeah,
There's, like down in the road and bridge, they have the guys sitting around the grader. They got, there is some, I mean, if you look for them, right?
Yeah. I thought we did have promotional brochures.
We don't have any new buildings and stuff like that.
Krista's probably in a few catalogs.
Lake. You know, I know
The
we
lakes,
probably have some
obviously.
things for the lake, but I don't really know what all we have on that, so we may need to get some. I
Take one
mean,
of the EMS building over Hillsborough.
that's kind of an area that, you know, when we had economic development, we used to have some of those things, but we don't really have those things at the moment. Local media outlets, which there aren't very many. And then, on number 17, tell us about the county, including but not limited to interesting historical details, current events, growth and or industry information, information about attractions, goals, or vision of the governing body, and challenges faced by the community. So that's something that your input would be helpful.
Actually,
So what do you want to put there?
What you had in the bond, when we did the bond application, you did an excellent job of promoting Marion County in that. I thought that was excellent. It was about a one-page.
Right, I mean,
summary.
I can include some of that, but I'd like to know kind of if there's anything more that the board wants to put there. Historical details, anybody have anything? I mean, I'm just gonna go through them one at a time, if that's okay.
Mhm.
Santa Fe Trail, different things like that.
Courthouse.
Yeah, so you go growing numb to some of this because you're just so used to having it around you.
Yeah. That's true.
Current events, growth, and or industry.
Some of that, again, is summarized in the bond document. The major employers.
Did you put the new houses built in this year or something like that, or?
I don't think they need that.
Okay.
I mean, you got 65, 70% of the economy in the county's ag, probably 15% in manufacturing. I mean, you just, that's probably what they want to look at. They wanted to look at which areas, how big is ag, how big is manufacturing, how big is schools.
Yeah.
Take the
Right, so
schools
I can provide what we put in the bond, but I didn't know if there's anything new or what about, you were saying about schools, what did you want
That's
to
the
say? about
largest
schools?
employer in the county.
Okay. Goals or vision of the governing body? Anything specific that you want me to put?
I think we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
You got two
The
wind
governing
farms.
body.
You got two wind farms now.
Back under
Yeah,
education,
I would-
hospitals also. Healthcare, general.
Okay. Okay. I did put, I wrote down about like the county is working to develop daycare and different kind of things, because that's new since the launch. Okay, and then challenges, any specific challenges that you want in there?
Affordable housing. We need affordable housing.
Yeah, I don't know if we get affordable
I don't know
housing.
if that goes in there, but that's what we need.
All right, well, we'll have to kind of just see, and I don't know what they're gonna use all this for, but I'll just give them information and they can develop how they need to.
Need commercial and industrial growth that provide jobs. jobs, provide more housing.
Need people,
Yeah. You bring people with those two things,
jobs are there.
jobs and housing.
You know, might wanna tout the fiber that's going into the county, just because there's many people working out of their house. They think they can move to a rural county and have fiber, that might be a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be on the goals and visions, promoting fiber to all homes within the county.
20 years ago, who would have thought fiber would have been in any house out in the country? Not around here, it just wasn't, there wasn't that whole county.
20 years ago, I was still listening to the dial.
All right, I think you got it.
All right, thank you.
And thinking that was amazing.
Okay, were we going to the sheriff and Marcy?
Well, they're not here. I think they may have, actually, they were moved. I don't think we have the revised agendas on the table.
Okay.
Right.
I thought that was a switch.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're later. So the next thing would be the architectural
Okay.
RFP interviews.
Commission has had a chance to look at the 7 proposals that were received. How would you like to proceed?
trying to remember which one's which.
Well, first of all, what kind of money are you gonna, I mean, you can see what these cost.
Right.
What kind of money you wanna spend?
Yeah, there's quite the range.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick out a couple to interview? Do you want to do the spreadsheet?
I see, I gotta go to another message, don't I?
I'm trying to figure out where.
I've sent it out in
Yeah.
in multiple because
Yes.
it's too
Yes.
large, and I repeated one, and then I forgot one, and I'm so
That's all
sorry.
right.
That was kind of a mess, but
That's right.
I do have them all together on a single packet that you can get on if you go to the network and get on
Oh.
commission packets. Like while you're in the room here, you can
Yeah.
get it all as a group if you want to, because I did combine them. So, if you want to do that, I can try to help you.
Or do we need to like,
So there were certain criteria, I mean, you wanna think about certain criteria when you're looking at these and try to evaluate each one on those criteria and then see who ends up with the most.
the one SPT kinda said they couldn't do it till next year. And I sent them to the side. The one that's doing the schools up here.
That's the one that had the timeline concern.
Yeah,
I did in the RFP give them the opportunity to present an alternative timeline, but it's up to you all whether you think that you want to. I did,
SPT was tight, so.
yes.
Yeah.
they did follow up and say that the June 1st timeline that they gave for the last phase could be moved up, you know, and they could be more flexible on that. So. I mean, do you want me to do printouts of all these so you can look at them? What would make it easier? Because, I guess you all decide what you want.
Right, that's
And
right.
then make a decision on another day, but,
I printed out, everybody's cost, that's,
Did you?
I mean, I've got single sheets on each one. So I did print 10 pages.
Before we go any farther, can I ask the commission a question?
Mm-hmm.
Is the commission, as a majority, are we going ahead with this, and spending that kind of money on a new building, or are we gonna exhaust all other resources looking for a place?
Well, we've been at it 2.5 years. I don't know, do you want to spend another 2.5 years? known for 2.5 years that we need to be moved out. And we've looked at 8 locations, 9.
I'm not gonna stand anybody's way, but I'm not in favor of spending $100,000 on engineering a small little building.
I don't think any of them went to 100,000.
In that range. I don't think that's a wise use of taxpayer money.
Okay.
That was the total on one of, you know.
Others were
They included
not
that 6%.
We got one commissioner opposed, out of the other commissioner standing.
I know that there's another location out there to look at.
Is it in Marion?
No.
Okay. At this point, we have a vote to keep public health in Marion. Do you want to change that vote?
I would,
That's up to the commission.
At this point, majority is Marion. County seat.
is that the vote that we had?
That was the vote we had.
I didn't think we
Public
had a
health
vote.
stayed in the county seat.
I didn't think we had that vote. I think we had the vote for the architect.
We can look up the vote.
I think we need to check the minutes on that, because I don't recall it, but, you know.
We can do
I
another
don't know, I
vote.
may have forgot.
Topic, but the,
Standard fees a tenth the cost of the building. Is that a round figure that's sort of close?
yeah, but then you gotta watch out, 'cause sometimes, so you hire these firms, and if you decide not to build, you still owe them this. So if they pull up and say, okay, it's good, they do a drawing, and it's a $5 million job, you still owe them that 500,000, whether or not you build or not. So some of these guys are like that, like certain people that design different things. And if you don't watch that fine print, it'll get you.
And that's what a couple of them, they were, that's precisely what they said. The other ones, they separated out in phases.
Yeah,
So
so I
we
mean,
just looking
phase
for
one.
a design,
Yeah.
I mean, we just wanna go to step 1.
So any of them that had that percentage, whether or not you build or not, I'm not interested in.
We just need to spend the $10,000 to get to design.
That's why our directive was to break it into phases. Because there are proposals that break it into phases.
I'm trying to figure out which ones are which, they're all running together.
They all worded a little different.
Yeah, it's almost, if we could come up with a bid sheet. I mean, no, I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're, I'm just laughing because Tina's gonna have to put together a
And
spreadsheet.
I hate to ask for it.
It's okay. I mean, you guys tell me what you want.
That'd be right, but you know, there'd have to be some clarity on.
Well, that sort of ruled me out when I saw that.
Yeah.
Which,
I just sort of ruled them out because of the transfer station.
Oh, okay, prior experience.
Yes.
Okay.
BG?
They wasn't the ones, but
Oh, yeah.
there was what was the name of them? The one that did the transfer.
Call Valley.
Call Valley, yeah.
We've used BG for some road projects before.
Yes.
They've been one of the primary ones in the past that we had used for certain road projects.
We used it for to start with the jail. I think they put when they did the 76 plan first, and then we changed to Law Kingdom.
I need to,
Dan went with us, he went with us, and I thought we
Mhm.
used him for,
it wasn't Trainer.
training.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
I didn't go back and research
Yeah.
anything like that. I mean, I just know our recent experience with BG has, I didn't know that there was any, I'm not aware of any issues with them.
For some reason, I think it's related back to Dan, the architect for B&G.
Well, they want them to bid on the transfer station.
What she said was when we got it though. You just said it.
Call Valley.
Call Valley, yeah.
All right, I guess the consent, the direction of sensing is have the spreadsheet put together.
I'd like to see us at least get, what this whole idea is to get a plan to look at.
Right.
Yeah,
And,
we've got to spend $10,000 someplace,
yeah,
it looks like, I mean.
I mean, we can't just go on nothing. We gotta have something. There's Jeff. And,
We bring in 2 of them for interviews and clarify.
Well, let's have Tina do the spreadsheet, then we can select whether it be 2 or 3 to do interviews.
I'd also like Jonah said, I'd like to verify that we voted on keeping the county health in Marion, because my mind doesn't wrap around that, but we may have.
We did, because Randy was
side
the,
party.
yeah,
Trying to-
call on Randy.
All right, Tina?
Thank you.
I think before you go too far with these firms, you're gonna have to decide on a site for them to actually evaluate, because
Yeah.
we are hiring them to do a site eval.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna need something official saying what site is being evaluated.
Well, to
That's
me,
the
the only
phase
site
2.
we have in Marion right now is the one up at 1240. I think.
1220 East Main.
1220 East Main, yeah. That's the one that I would want to put a site plan on right now to keep it moving.
Are you ready to make that motion?
Let's compare what everybody's price is. I'm just like looking all over and see what there are and see if we can evaluate what it's gonna cost us to get this plan.
Well, we've got one commissioner who doesn't want to nail down to a site. And we can't move forward with any of the proposals till we really have a site.
Well, I make a motion, to look for a possible site for Marion, Kansas for 12, address 1202, whatever it is, East Main. Whatever.
1220.
1220.
Okay, so the site would be 1220 East Main
For us to do
the site. Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Dalkey. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second, Commissioner Crowfoot. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion carried, 3-2.
Another thing, do you have a demolition cost?
Well, that will be
You
in.
just selected the site.
And you've selected the site to be studied, is what you've done.
Yeah. All right, next week we'll look at the spreadsheet. Thank you, Jan. All right,
$10,000.
Jeff,
Yes.
come on.
Okay.
I didn't do it just like that. I want to bring 2 of them in or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to print out all 100 pages of everything.
Waiting on Marcy, or?
I don't know what we're doing.
Oh.
Let's get over for a
Welcome
visit.
aboard.
Welcome aboard.
PSAP trailer.
Oh, the PSAP trailer?
Yeah.
You want it?
That was the discussion, is there a reason to keep it?
Well, Jeff, before you go too much further, I think this, the little red trailer, I think, to give you some background, is if we're not using it, what the heck are we gonna do with it? I mean, there's no use sitting around. But then I've taken sort of evaluate, Marion County was chose to given this tower trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna cost Marion County some money somewhere if we're gonna store it, take care of it, do that. So, and out of whatever many years it's been, I can't tell you how many years it's been, we've owned it, or had it.
Been 20 years or 10 years?
I was here when we got it.
Was you?
That trailer.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the.
Oh, the
tower
tower
trailer.
No, I wasn't here when we got that.
Okay, so, I'm just looking at it, all of what we're doing here is what I'm trying to do. The PSAP trailer, or this little PSAP trailer, the red one's on the agenda, but, and we're spending a lot of money of our taxpayers to provide, if we look at a building,
Well, maintenance in the trailer.
And stuff.
Change the tires sometime.
so,
The tire.
I think that's paid by, I wish Marcy was here, but I think that's paid by,
FEMA.
I don't know if the maintenance on the tire trailer is paid by us or by
By the state, you know, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
I just want everybody to think about this situation we're in. I mean, it sounded good when we got it, it sounded like it was gonna be used, and I don't know, we've never pulled it out on an emergency that I know of out on.
You're talking about the red trailer?
The white, the tower
The
trailers.
tower trailer.
Now, the red trailer's been pulled out on things.
Yeah, the red
Before it
trailer, I was here when we originally got that. That's the one we use much of it anymore. We had it as a meth lab team trailer. It was given to us by the state, I think it was. Marcy was talking about it the other day.
Yeah. I questioned that. I thought we bought the trailer and they provided the stuff inside or something, but she said they provided it.
Yeah, what I fear is when you start giving things back, or you tell the state you don't want them, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, Marion County doesn't want anything. So then when we go back and ask for something, then we're going, oh crud, here we go.
Okay.
But I do know that we don't use that trailer very much. I'm not concerned about holding on to it in our possession. I mean, I'm for the fact that if the state can use it somewhere else, if that's what they want to do, as long as it keeps us in their good graces, I'm okay with walking away from it. Because I can tell you this, the radio system used to be in that trailer, and if they haven't updated it, we probably don't even want to look at what the cost is going to be to update those radios. I'm not going to ask the taxpayers for that kind of money. I would rather have them take it back, they update the radios and hand it to another smaller agency, maybe if they could use it
That'll
or
be cool.
something.
That'll be cool.
As far as the tower trailer, I know we were gonna use it one last time, when we had the towers down. You know, we activated that weekend, we were gonna use it, and then we couldn't get the tower up, so. Well, actually, we were gonna use it, they fixed their tower, we went and set it up, we were gonna set it up anyway, so we decided we'd have a countywide training, and then we found out the switch wouldn't work. So you're right, that is gonna cost us probably some money to fix the switch. I think the maintenance of the trailer comes to us.
I was thinking something like that, but or something.
And then I look at the fact that, you know, we have them stored at the county fair building. I've heard the horror stories of messing with them or the county fair board. Always happen to move trailers around. I've had nothing but good luck with those people, the fair board. They've done us really well, they've done us right. And if they ask us to move, we move. But the red trailer is in there, it does take up excess room. So I'm all for researching what it would take to give it back with the thought in mind that we stayed in the good graces that he gave it to us.
I can understand that, yeah, I understand that, but just, yeah. I can understand.
I understand that when we asked the state, and I don't know, maybe some people in the past haven't thought about it, but when you ask to do a big project with the state or the federal government, you know, I don't know if there's been a lot of research done on what the maintenance is gonna take afterwards. Because I don't know anything about what the maintenance is on those things. I'm gonna have to sit down with Marcy to find out. But if the trailer's still in good condition, I don't see why another county couldn't use it. It would get it out of the fairgrounds and out of the storage, and it would save us some money.
I think that'd be a great idea to offer to do something like that with it, because if we're not gonna use it, we don't,
Yeah.
somebody ought to get some use out of it.
Yeah, Marcy and I discussed this last week, but she brought it to my attention. And we both are kind of on the same ground with that. We just don't want to get out of the graces of the state, but at the same time, we know we're not using it, and we feel it's okay to probably let it go.
Okay. So at this point, it'd be a matter of just investigating to see
Yeah.
what the options are.
Because I know what, I'm 99% sure that we don't own it, and I would hate to get rid of it. If we own it, I have no problem putting it on Purple Wave and getting rid of it. That's not gonna be, I don't have an issue with that at all.
Maybe after so many years, maybe if that was the deal, after so many years, it'd become ours or something.
And it very well could have, yeah.
What department did that come out of statewide?
Well, I think originally before, and I think now it's called Homeland Security, but I think it was another.
Because I know if it's like the forestry department, they put it out there and own it, but they never want it back.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and if that's the case, if they don't want it back, then we need to find some common ground with them to find out how to get rid of it properly.
How to get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, a few conversations, phone calls or letters or something.
I don't think it would take very long to find out.
You know, if they don't want it, send a bill of sale, unless they're actually a title on it.
Well, thank you for that info, because
So how old is the trailer?
it was here when he said.
So we got it, I want to say we got that in probably 04, 05 area when I was here originally. And we used it.
05, that was shortly after Lee Becker was sheriff.
He was the sheriff, yeah. And we used it quite a bit in the infancy of methamphetamine actual labs coming to our state and our county. Our whole entire, we had a 5-man team that ran out of that. We had a decon system set up in all of our radio systems and everything. So, but I know the last time I think they used it that I can remember, I was actually a special agent for the railroad. They did a case where they did a search warrant of a bunch of stolen property, and they used that to haul all the stolen property back.
It's the whole.
Yeah, so, but-
It used to be set up for, as an alternate site for dispatch.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that is completely antiquated equipment at this point.
You say that about that trailer, what about our white one? I mean, I know that was back when Shelley was here too, when she got it. I mean, she was.
I was left, she was still here when I left, so I don't know, I don't remember a white trailer, I guess.
Yeah, and I just wondered.
We got that with COVID money.
No, you're talking about the big white one,
No,
you're talking about the other one.
I'm talking about the tire trailer.
Oh, the tire trailer.
Tire trailer. Yeah, the white tire trailer. I'm just saying the equipment.
Oh, yeah.
We've changed equipment.
I didn't know
Changed the
what
equipment so
white
much
trailer
too. I don't know, that's why I brought it up, is make sure it's worth, we keep it either up to date or, because it's not worth pulling out if you can't, if it
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah, I can guarantee you the radio equipment there it's not compatible with anything we have now. So right now, honestly, it's a trailer we use to haul property around if we get a searching one.
It's just a trailer.
So, but,
Okay.
yeah, I will be more than happy to do some research for you guys,
Okay.
and we'll see if we can find something out.
That'd be a good answer, just if it, how we maintain ownership of it, or if they want it back, we would be willing to, because we've moved ahead and got some nice equipment. It also works for, when it's cold, or on scenes where you need equipment to stay warm in the middle of winter time, and I think that, or storms, whatever, it works nice out in the field to have a trailer. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna deny that.
Well, I know on that trailer originally when we got it, there was a generator on the front of it, mounted on the tongue. I saw it the other day, I didn't see a generator on it. But, I don't think he's even got power to it.
Right.
So,
Okay.
we'll do some research on it, let you
Right.
guys know.
That'll work.
So,
Okay, any other updates for us?
I've got, we had an incident, down by Florence and Park, I'm sure you guys saw it on our Facebook page. The stolen vehicle, stolen property, stolen vehicle, hauling and distributing narcotics. Our guys got into a chase with the guy. We ended up over at Chase County. The Chase County deputy tried to stop stick the vehicle, and he swerved at the deputy, trying to hit the deputy. And when he swerved at the vehicle, or at the deputy, he went off into the ditch, the bad guy did. When he come back out of the ditch, Josh Maliza stopped him from coming back out on the road, because he was already veered out of traffic, so we had some vehicle damage there. We got to replace the grill guard and bumper, but we have no mechanical damage whatsoever. But we were able to stop him without incident, some minor damage to the vehicle. It's even still driving. But he's off the road. That's our biggest event. I don't know if you guys talked to Jimmy about the AC unit with KBK.
I have not heard any updates.
Yeah, I think he said that he told me the other day, it's probably gonna be later until, hopefully this maybe fall to winter before we can get one. Wow, it's gonna be a while.
Okay.
And he's got a freezer going out over there.
Yep.
And at this point, I told him the other day, I said, you might as well just start shopping for a freezer. Buy
Yep.
one.
Yeah, before it goes.
Yeah.
Well, although you're waiting months to get one.
Well, that's what I asked him, was the same thing, was we're waiting for a heating air unit, when we're gonna be looking at an industrial size cooler.
Right.
And we researched the part, and we just, nobody could seem to get the part to fix it. And I don't know if what I didn't want to have happen is us get the new freezer and then all of a sudden the guy calls and says, hey, I finally found a part. Then what do we do? We have to back up or.
Fix the one for a backup.
Yeah.
Or get double storage somehow.
Yeah.
Good.
But kudos to whoever was thinking about the building, because I thought it was gonna be one that we had to slide out and jerk it out of there. It's actually on wheels. It's
Oh,
movable.
nice.
So-
The freezer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody was doing some thinking when they put it together, that there was someday this may not work, so. I just think we're at that point in that building where, I mean, it's still a good building, don't get me wrong. But our equipment's starting to get a little bit older. I think we're starting to see the wear and tear on the equipment.
I would like, if you'd have another 10 minutes, I'd like an executive session.
Absolutely.
Talk about security issues.
Yep.
Okay. I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss security issues pursuant to KSA 75-4319B, item 13, matters related to security measures with the commission, the sheriff, and Tina for 10 minutes from 10:10 to 10:20.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gearing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried. We'll be back at 10:20.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right, we are out of executive session. No decisions made. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, any other business for the commission? Not, I move to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gearing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
Mr. Britton didn't get to speak.
There's no public comments at the end of the meeting.
I know.
That's, hope he doesn't get on the front page.
Is he hanging around?